Erev Tov Rabbi Say, this evening we arrive at the mid of Gvura Shbiisod on a very pashat level. This is something that the pasuk speaks about explicitly in the third paragraph of Shema. V'lo saturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem asher atam zanim achareyhem. Not to, meaning to be careful, to guard our eyes and to guard our hearts, to not chase after things that we shouldn't be chasing after. Chazal tell us that there is a deep relationship between the eyes and the heart. Eyes see things, emotions and passions desire things, and then we're off to the races, not the right kind of races. Meaning that Shmiras Einayim, guarding the way that we look and the things that we look at and the things that we allow ourselves to see, makes things much easier in every other area of our lives. The midah of Yesod, which is the midah of being a tzaddik, doing the thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to do, and not doing the thing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want us to do, begins with midas Gvura. Begins with an understanding that we have to be careful to hold ourselves back. Just as a very pashut example, we all know and we all experience this, that if you know that you shouldn't eat the piece of chocolate cake, but there it is, sitting on the table in front of you. You're staring at it, and it's now staring at you. It's much more likely that you're going to eat it. That's it. That's Gvura. This is where people get it wrong. Gvura does not mean I'm going to overcome my desire to eat the cheesecake. I'm going to overcome. Shavuos is coming, right? It's going to be lots of cheesecake. I'm going to overcome my desire. I'm going to look at all the cheesecake. I'm not going to eat the cheesecake. Much better is just to walk away from it. Meaning, Gvura as not, I'm going to tempt myself and hold back. Gvura as, I'm a human being, I understand who I am, what my limits are, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not staring at cheesecake. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want me to eat the cheesecake. I mean, that's Gvura Shbiisod on a very posh level. And that's true when it comes to all of the types that we have. Whether it comes to Inyanim, or Kedushas Einayim, Kedushas Habris, Kedushas Halashon, Kedushas Achila. If there's a chavra that, you know, that whenever you get involved in this particular chavra, you end up talking in a way that doesn't make you proud of yourself, in hearing something that doesn't make you happy with yourself. You walk away from that feeling a little bit yucky. So, better to walk away from that. Just, you know, not be involved. Gvura Shbiisod doesn't mean I'm going to be in the situation. If I don't know, it means just try hard not to be there. That's level one, Gvura Shbiisod. It's also important to know that Gvura Shbiisod means that in order for you to achieve the Madrega of Tzaddik, which we all are supposed to be reaching for, V'amech kulam tzaddikim, which the Kabbalah explain means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will make sure that all of us are tzaddikim. Either we're going to or he's going to. But somehow or another it's going to work out that everybody's going to be a meaning we're going to clean up all of the parts of ourselves, our personalities, our various. Kodesh Baruch Hu is going to clean that all up for us, or we're going to do it for ourselves. One or the other. The Kotzker makes a fascinating and devastating comment with regards to the idea of an Nisayon, with regards to the idea of being challenged. So he says that what happens if a person is challenged by something and fails? So then they will be challenged by that again. And again, because you need to fix it. Meaning if HaKadosh Baruch Hu is challenging you with something, and you're failing in that area, it means that you need to work on it. And what happens if you succeed in it? Well then, Mazel Tov, you made it to the next challenge. Meaning, there's no such thing as being in this world and not having challenges. It's just a question of how much your challenges are fixing you and perfecting yourself. L'mashal, if a person is working out and trying to, whatever it is, lift a particular weight, so you can try to lift that weight. Once you've lifted that weight, mazel tov. So now you try for the heavier weight, meaning now you've gotten stronger. That's what happened. You got stronger. That's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us. That's called Gvura Shbiisod. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu's midah is to act towards us with Gvura. He challenges us, he pushes us, he prods us. He pokes at us so that we become better people, more refined people. And if we fail, so then, Nachmal, try again, and try again, and try again. That's how Nisayon works as the Katzka. There's never such a thing that a person says, oh, I fixed it, I'm done now, yeah.
Are there some Nisayon so that Hashem gives you your gonna fail?
I mean, Probably. Doesn't have to be that way.
Classic example: people that went through the Holocaust without living.
Yeah. I'm not judging or challenging those people. And whatever madrega they are, whatever the madrega of their emunah that they needed to have or didn't need to have, whatever the case is, Kadosh Baruch Hu gave challenges to people, and there are challenges for people to withstand. And even the people
You're
that
saying that every challenge is capable of being withstood.
not
Sometimes the point is you fail, but then you come back.
the point is that you're supposed to make yourself better. That doesn't mean that you're not going to fail, right? Meaning, if the goal is to lift a particularly heavy weight, there's a big difference between not moving it at all and moving it a little bit. You're strong if you move it a little bit, right? You still fail to pick it up, but that's still growth, right? I mean, there's growth at every stage. At every stage, there's growth. And the nisyonos that we have, okay, so we'll grow through them. And that's the point. Is that if a person looks at themselves and says, I failed, so I'm done now. So that's the opposite of Gvura Shabisod. Because the pasuk says, Shiva Yipol Tzadik V'Kam. That a tzaddik fails 7 times. I mean, that's part of the program. Failure is part of the program. Don't aim for failure. You aim for success. But failure is part of the growth process. And when we look at ourselves, we say, oh look, I failed. What am I supposed to do? No. And once you have overcome that, it carries on. Gvura Shabisod means that it keeps going. You want to be a bigger tzaddik, there's a bigger challenge. And if HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to be a bigger tzaddik, there will be a bigger challenge. Because there's more to grow. There's further to go. There's more to learn. There's more to experience. There's more to understand about ourselves, about HaKadosh Baruch Hu, about the world. That's all Gvura Shabisod. The midah of Gvura Shabisod also includes a strong sense of planning. To be able to understand, what am I going to do the next time that I'm in this situation? There is a problem that people have in the world of nisyonos, in general, the world of failure, is that we imagine that if I try harder, next time I will succeed. That, I think, is Einstein's definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing again and expecting different results. So, lemaisa, if you have a Jew, that he can't withstand the temptation for a cheeseburger. So, every time he walks past a McDonald's, he eats a cheeseburger. He feels terrible about himself. So he says, tomorrow when I walk past the McDonald's, I'm not going to buy the cheeseburger. And lo and behold, tomorrow he walks past the McDonald's, he buys the cheeseburger. So you say to him, idiot, don't walk past the McDonald's. Right? Gvura Shabisod means have the Gvura to imagine, where am I going to be? And to understand that if I failed in that area yesterday, so then obviously whatever I was doing, whatever I am doing, isn't working. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to try something else and see, maybe that will help me to not eat the cheeseburger today. I'm going to avoid that thing. That's Gvura Shabisod. It means plan, chacham and barosha. Imagine, what does it take for me to overcome this? That's all in the world of Gvura Shabisod. What about in the world of Ben Adam Lechaberu, Gvura Shabisod? So, the midah of Yisod, as we pointed out, is about communication, it's about raising families, it's about bringing everything into alignment. The midah of Gvura Shabisod, with regards to our relationships and our home and our families, is to, and this has almost become a joke in the world of politics today, is to set red lines that we actually mean. Meaning that there are red lines that exist in your family with regards to Kedusha. Red lines that exist within your family with regards to Tahara. That these are the things that we don't mess up on. This is where the line is. That's called Gvura Shabisod. For example, I'll tell you, my wife and I were mekabel when our children got old enough to know what a screen was. That this is an eitzah that I heard from Mary Rabbi Rav Willig Shlita, that you act with Hilchos Yichud with a screen. That there's no such thing as a screen behind closed doors. And my kids know. Like the last time that one of my kids took an iPad behind a bedroom door, they lost it for a month. Like, done. Yichud. Now my kids, Baruch Hashem, are they're young and they, Baruch Hashem, we're trying to make sure that they don't get exposed to all the terrible things that are out in the world. And we have filters and we have blockers and we have all the rest of that stuff, which is Gvura Shabisod. But it means to create red lines in your family, to communicate those things, and to say, these are our standards. These are the standards of how things operate in this household. That's called Gvura Shabisod, Ben Adam Lechaber, and Ben Adam Atzma as well, to have hard lines. These are the things that, and I'll tell you something personal. This is Kedai. for those that are interested, I'll send you the apps. I have my phone set up that after 11 p.m. at night, the only apps that work are communication apps. No browsers, no scrollers, no Facebook, no Instagram, no news, nothing. After 11 o'clock at night, no apps work aside from communication. If somebody wants to comment, they call. If I need to get in touch, it's fine. That's it. The phone goes dumb at 11 o'clock at night, because I know that the likelihood of me picking something up and getting a text from somebody and scrolling is highly correlated with the lateness at night. So I know that if I want to make sure that I don't end up doom scrolling for hours and then go, oy vey, what have I done? Not really surim, just wasting time. So my phone shuts down, shuts everything off at 11 o'clock at night. It's Gvura Shebisod. I know myself that every now and then I'm gonna see something and I'm just gonna end up scrolling and then feel like an idiot. So I don't want to feel like an idiot. So instead, I have just shut down. Gvura Shebisod. That's it. I want to make sure that I don't end up wasting my time, that I'm able to spend my time wisely. So that's it. Shut it down. That's the way that it goes. And the internet in my house shuts down. These things are very pshutim. Set these things up for yourself, for your family, for your household. Especially if you're traveling, that's even more. That's all in the world of Gvura Shebisod. To make sure that the things that you need to make sure, don't get to those situations. To be continued tomorrow.